Hello and welcome to another Photoshop tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about adjustment layers and filter effects. They're very simple things to learn, but I'm going to show you a way to get a filter effect without needing the filter effects and still being able to edit your image. So what's a filter effect? Pretty much it's kind of like adding a lens to your camera. It just adds this cool effect, but if you have been working for so long, the filter effect's kind of a permanent solution until you undo it. However, if you don't undo it, then it's kind of there until you redo the image. And the adjustment layers are layers that pop up with an effect that you can edit by using a mask tool. For example, I love using these and I always use them in my videos, but we'll use a color balance. We'll give it a kind of a greenish look, blue. I just made the image look pretty much like that. So we'll give it this bluish look. As you can see, it has this little thing here, which is a mask layer, and you have to use a brush with the black and white selector tools. Black hides, white reveals. And we'll say you don't want this filter effect, or this adjustment layer. Well, that's easy. You just click it, trash can, done. Now, let's duplicate this image. I want to show you the downsides of filter effects. So we go to filter effects, and we'll render a lens flare. Let this guy's hands, increase the brightness a bit. We'll try this one because this will be a simpler way to show it. So, okay. Oh, wow. Now, that works. Okay, yay, okay. So we'll just keep adding. We'll just say these clicks mean they're each of your history thing. So, for example, every click you haven't done an undo or step backwards. So let's see how far we can undo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So around 18 and 19, you can only do about 19 undos or step backwards, and the image is messed up with. So you cannot change the filter effect. However, we'll say, for example, this simple lens flare. It's very easy to mimic through just a layer. So we'll click, pull out our white brush, increase the brush size. We'll try something different. Let's put a big ball of light. Then we'll take it down, the opacity. Okay. We'll say about right there. The best part about this is it's a layer, so you can just edit it by itself. You can still, we'll add a solid color, make it red, multiply. We got the Satan wizard here, and then we'll adjust. Gotta make sure you turn your opacity back up. You could still edit the image with no problems whatsoever. That's the benefit about layers and adjustment layers compared to filter effects. You could still get the filter effect look with a new layer and a brush in your time and patience, with also using multiple layers or duplicates of the same image. I hope you find this somewhat useful, and maybe it'll help you next time you're working on a photograph or your drawings or your paintings. In fact, as an addition, I'll show you another cool trick with this. We'll say, for the sake you're drawing, we'll pull out this shape selection tool here, and so you got a blank square. Well, what if you don't want it black? Well, for the example here, we'll use a adjustment or a mask layer, a clipping mask. So we'll create a clipping mask, but you need a new layer. And this is the power of layers. However, it's recommended in an artist industry to use one layer for some people, but I don't know. To me, it's always been easier to do this kind of stuff. Now, what this does is it selects the darker color, and it will only color in that area. You can also do it the same way by this solid color, multiply, black, and recolor in the square, for example, because it will show you the black square, so you can always go click, hard brush, and ta-da. But as you can see, the problem with this is more or less in the, once you get it all undone or unhighlighted, you would have to undo the multiply, go back to normal, and boom, you're so far so good on the square. Hence why, for this kind of ordeal, a clipping mask would be better off. Because in this case, you could also create a new layer. Go back to the shape. We'll create a grayish thing. Okay. And still have a shape. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys found this somewhat useful, and thanks. Tune in next time.